Just a moment ago, the two empresses were bidding each other farewell. But in the next moment, they turned hostile. Just now, due to Xiao Yuer's inability to bear witness to the emotional scene. Purple Emperor Ziruoyan looked at Xiao Yuer with a puzzled expression. And Luo Fenghai was momentarily stunned. After a moment, they both realized that they were now inside the sacred dragon relic. Xiao Yuer nodded and explained, "Didn't you feel the change just now? We're inside the sacred dragon relic now. Dad and Old Man Long somehow managed to separate the entire Great Yan dynasty from the southern wilderness world and put it all into the relic." Ziruoyan, now aware, looked at Xiao Yuer and asked slowly, "Are you saying the entire Great Yan dynasty has been placed inside the sacred dragon relic?" Xiao Yuer nodded, "Yes. Dad and Old Man Long used some method to peel off the entire Great Yan dynasty from the southern wilderness and put it inside the relic." Luo Fenghai, still puzzled, asked, "If that's the case, shouldn't the sacred dragon relic be flying towards the dual polar domain?" Xiao Yuer answered, "Because the territories of the East Flame Empire and the Celestial Mechanism Pavilion were also separated from the dual polar domain and placed inside the sacred dragon relic." Silence enveloped the surroundings. The three guards were utterly astonished, staring at Xiao Yuer. They knew how unimaginable it was to achieve such a thing. Separating space wasn't something one could do at will, especially cutting such a large area from a complete realm. The three of them marveled, acknowledging that Long Qiudao was truly someone who once followed the emperor. Suddenly, Luo Fenghai smirked and said, "Then, it would be better for Xiao Tian to stay in the local demon palace." Ziruoyan, infuriated, glared at Luo Fenghai. "Someone just said whoever comes first gets the place, right?" In the next moment, the two figures clashed once again. As if the touching scene from a moment ago was just an illusion. After a while, Xiao Tian's head popped out from the courtyard entrance. Looking at the scene with confusion, inwardly marveling at how energetic these two were to still be fighting. The people from the East Flame Empire and the Celestial Mechanism Pavilion who were taken by Lu Aoshi and Zhou Yixin had returned home. Lu Aoshi, speaking earnestly, looked at his father-in-law and explained that all of this was due to Prince Zhao's efforts. The old father-in-law, not only grateful but also respectful, said, "We've all agreed to go back and make memorial tablets. We'll burn incense and offer sacrifices daily." An official from the East Flame Empire, thinking Lu Aoshi was exaggerating, commented, "You're exaggerating too much about Prince Xiao." Lu Aoshi's heart raced, almost having a heart attack. Without a second thought, he raised his head and slapped the official hard. The official, eyes wide, covered his face in disbelief. Lu Aoshi scolded, "What kind of scum are you, spreading nonsense here?" Pointing at the official, Lu Aoshi gritted his teeth. The relationship between the prince and his majesty is close. They share life and death. You dare sow discord here? Zhou Yixin, with the remaining disciples of the Celestial Mechanism Pavilion, added, "In the future, you must show enough respect to Prince Xiao. Follow all his orders." Zhou Yixin looked at the people in front of him, emphasizing, "Whatever Prince Xiao says, everyone must obey." Zhou Yixin looked at the remaining members of the Celestial Mechanism Pavilion, and they all echoed in agreement, willing to believe and trust Zhou Yixin.